Okay, everybody. Howdy. How's it going? Welcome. There we go. Yeah. Sorry, I had to get some more coffee. But yeah, welcome. It's Monday. It's Monday, right? I think it's Monday. Yeah, so yeah, we're just gonna chill tonight. You know, I was thinking about hopping into Expedition 33 or something else, but we've got all week for that, and we'll get quite a bit done for that. But with it being Monday, I was just like, you know what, let's just chill, let's just hang out, you know, no stress, let's just chat. And mostly I really want to chat about some magic stuff more than anything else. I need friends, but yeah, you know, it's a casual day out. So yeah, welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream, everybody. As always, you know, with the BNFF, I do have to keep it on subscriber mode only, but you know, feel free, like, subscribe, all that, if you want to just like chill for a little bit. But that being said, yeah, you know, I did put in for this house. It'll go up in a few days, I guess. So we'll see. I'm like number 52. There's 130. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight. But you know, until they turn on the auto demo again, I really gotta just take my chances when they come up. This is the only medium that is available on all of Balmung, so this is it. This is where it's at. That's how it's gonna be. But yeah, you know, I don't really have any set plans or anything like that for tonight, and so we'll probably do my weekly stuff, because I've been slacking on the past couple weeks when it comes to my raids and that kind of thing, to try and get my new weapon. Wow, that was fast. So I guess we're just gonna hop into this. I woke up not too long ago, so yeah, auto demo's still off in NA. They turned it off 3 or 4 months back because of the LA fires. They haven't turned it back on yet, so hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. We'll see. All right, we'll see how this goes. I just woke up. I don't know if I'm really in raid mode, but that's okay. It's only normal. We'll be all right. I just got to remember every single mechanic. We. Okay, well, you know, I guess the timer. Who needs that really? Why bother with countdowns when they go up? It should go pretty fast though. Everyone's got gear and stuff now. But yeah, you know, once we get out of our once we get our MacGuffin for the week, we will discuss the big news, which is that they did the official Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering reveal. So I am like super excited right now. I got a few images. There's like way too many to go over. Go over all of them on stream. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I really cannot wait. All right. Well, aside from missing one of my cooldowns there, we'll be all right. Cool. Oh yeah, he's really going down now. You know, when you haven't done this for a couple of weeks and then you hop back into it, it's always fun to see how much faster everyone's getting everything done. It's like a nice little surprise. There we go. And then, you know, we should be having, I need to go back and take a look. But yeah, later on this month, we've also got 7.25. Got new Hildy. We got the new crazy the Occult Crescent, whatever it is. There we go. So yeah, we'll have a lot of Final Fantasy stuff going on over the next several weeks. I am really excited about Occult Crescent. We'll see how it goes. You know, Eureka, Tietum, all of that. Not necessarily my favorite content, but it seems like what they've been doing for this version of it should be a lot of fun. We'll just you know, we'll just have to wait. But it helps that I really like 5 too, so. All right, there we go. Okay. I think the hardest part about coming back in is that I've forgotten all of my timing. I can't remember when I need to be holding some of my combos. There we go. I think now is when I want to start holding it. Yeah, see, there we go. There we go. It was around here somewhere. Okay. Okay, get them both together there. Line them up. That's cool. If you guys want to take the back, that's all right. I won't say no. Okay, and one down. Come on. Come on, guys. You got this. All right, there we go. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, today was mostly just like the Commander decks, which I've never played Commander. That's like a new thing that's existed since the last time that I really played Magic. But it's also where the grand majority of unique cards are going to be. So, yeah, it kind of makes sense. If you're a fan of like specific games, then that's kind of where you want to look to start. All right. Wow, he's already over half. Okay, that's all right. That is way faster than I expected. Go. Nice. Go. Oh boy, here we go. Slice is right. We got this. We're speaking of, if you did not see, Make It Rain is coming back soon. So we've got that to look forward to. All you rich MGP havers out there. It's been a while since I've done anything with the Gold Saucer. Might be a good opportunity to hop in, try some of the gates that I haven't really given a chance. This one's tough. Right here should be good. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, at this rate, he's not even going to get a second slices right. That's what I like to see. I like being lazy. Okay. See, how many weeks behind am I? I think I'm at least 2. You need what, 7 of the MacGuffins for the token? Yeah. Okay. Out. I can wait for him to move. There we go. And then this is, yeah. And then we got the dragon heads. Kind of weird because they're like the same mechanic. I'm guessing it's different on Extreme or the Savage. I haven't really looked at how the Savage race went this time around, so I'm kind of out of the loop. But it seems like, I guess, everything went okay. I've heard of like too much molding. Yo. Right, and back into the next. Moonspec and Moonlight? Oh, that's right. And just move corner to corner. We're fine. Yo. Ah, just barely. That's fine. Wow, that was... It was way faster than I expected. I still don't have any of the music from any of this. Maybe I should run that for some sound effects. All right. Yeah, I think we'll be spending a lot of time on the moon tonight. Just like I said, we're just hanging out. We're just vibing. Yeah. Where am I? 5. Okay, yeah. So I'm like 2 weeks behind. That's all right. It's Monday night, which means tomorrow I can hop in and do it again. Let's head back to my place and then let's head back to my place, shall we? And get my poor retainers who are wondering where their owner's gone. Really even sold anything lately? Probably not. Yeah, we've apparently done pretty well on the moon. I haven't been for the past couple of phases. I haven't seen like the new tunnel and all of that. I'm kind of curious. Put that up. I'm sure it's not worth much. Yeah. Navel orange. Okay, all right. An expensive orange, but that's all right. Wow, someone actually bought like my old tinctures. That's a surprise. But yeah, you know it's been a while when you get in and it doesn't even have anything for sale on the marketplace anymore. Like, yeah, but he's not gonna be back. If there's any clubs going on tonight too. Well, since I've hit that up. There we go. All right, am I repaired? Oh wow, no, I'm not. Yeah, so I got my... Oh, what was it? I have my Alchemist done. I've got Alchemist done, and now I'm working on Weaver, I think. So I think all of my macros should be okay. We'll hop into Miner first. But I can get a couple things done with the mining, and then I can switch over while I'm waiting for the old GP to come back. And then yeah, we'll talk about Magic quite a bit, because yeah, I'm really excited for this set. You know, there's always a lot of worry when there's like a ton of pre-orders and the prices are super high before they've even really announced what's going to be coming out. But everything that they've shown so far really shows that they understand Final Fantasy quite a bit and really put a lot of thought into the flavor of everything. So I think fans are going to be really happy. Whether Magic fans are or not, I don't know. You know, sometimes I feel like it's kind of hard to make Magic fans happy. So, you know, this is for us. But we'll see. But yeah, everything that they've shown so far, I am really excited about. I feel like they've really nailed most of it. It's going to be really weird because obviously, like, I got some stuff on the way that we're going to be opening on stream, but it's obviously not going to get me everything. Like, I'm not really expecting to get the golden chocobo or anything like that, which is the big serialized card for this set. There's only 77 being made, so, you know, have fun. But the other stuff, like, yeah, I'm very curious how it's going to go with everything. Obviously, I'm buying a lot of things to open on stream and then just kind of getting a lay of the land. Normally, you just want to buy singles, like get the cards that you want, right? But when you want every card, you kind of need a starting spot. So that's my thoughts on it, is we're going to open some stuff on stream and then, you know, where things end up is just where things end up, right? But yeah, everything that I've seen, I'm really excited about. So, hey, look at this. I actually did a new thing in OBS. It's been a while since I've done one of these. The old PowerPoint slideshow. You know, I said in Discord when they first started announcing stuff that I really hope Mog is just a picture of him breakdancing, and sure enough, we got a picture of Mog just breakdancing. So yeah, you know, in terms of whether or not the cards are good, it seems like a lot of them are, but I'm not really into a lot of the nitty-gritty with some of this stuff. Wow, what is Gleam Scope? What the heck is that? All right, well, we got to go check that out. So, you know, I'll leave that to the Magic ambassadors out there who are really getting into the nitty-gritty of deck building and move sets and that kind of thing. I'm just here for the flavor, the art, and just the Final Fantasy-ness of it all, right? But yeah, Mog, fantastic, A+. I was given the gift of prophecy, and this is what we get. So if you don't like this, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm super excited, and all of these today are from the commander decks. Those are the 4 pre-con decks, yeah. The pre-builts. So those focus on 6, 7, 10, and 14. So most of the cards that we've seen so far, or at least from today's leaks, are just from those sets. You know, there's been a lot of people asking, wow, where's all the FF4? Where's FF5? All of that. We have not gotten to a lot of leaks for the actual main standard set. So all of this stuff is just from Commander, right? Which is kind of its own goofy thing. I've never played it. It didn't exist when I started phasing myself out of Magic back in the day. But it is a thing now, and it is apparently the most popular format. So yes, if you want these cards, these are all from the pre-con decks. All right, so you got Mog. This one they showed off at the big event this weekend. Gotta get a kick out of this one. I was really surprised. I think if there's any card that kind of shows they know what they're doing with this set, it's Commune with Beavers. I can still see them. I can still see Beavers. Oh, but yeah, I'm excited. I had a really good laugh when this one showed up, right? And of course, Tataru. I think a lot of people who are fans of 14 were wondering if Tataru was going to get a card or what kind of presence she would have. And yeah, I am very glad that Tataru is there with her fat cat sitting in the background. So yes, secretly the most powerful Scion is a 1 white with some upside, right? Yeah, I mean, the art on all of this is just so good. It's so good. I mean, look at Yuffie. Look at Yuffie there, and I like the abilities. You know, Commander tends to be kind of wild from what I understand, so a lot of the cards tend to be like kind of broken. Like, they're not the kind of things you would ever be able to play in just like a regular match in a standard tournament. But Commander's a 4-player, like multiplayer kind of thing. So a lot of these abilities are kind of focused on the fact that you might be attacking more than one player at a time, and more than one player might be attacking you, and yeah, all kinds of stuff like that. So, you know, they seem kind of wild. You know, I'm curious how many of these cards are going to end up in the main set. They usually have different abilities, but like, I don't know, you know, I don't know how many Yuffies we're going to see. I don't know if we're going to get the twins in the main set, you know, that kind of thing. They haven't really shown off a whole lot of that, but it is a lot of cards. It's something like 306 cards this set. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of opportunity, but, you know, Final Fantasy is a lot to cover, so we'll just have to wait and see. And of course, our Summon Good King Mogomog. You know, this is, I think, one thing that a lot of people have been super excited about, is the fact that they have made Saga creatures, right? Like, I kind of know what Sagas are. You know, every turn you put a new counter on it, and, you know, your abilities that you get from the card are, you know, based on how many counters it's got that turn. It used to be they were more like enchantments. You just kind of put them off to the side. They do their thing across the whole field. But now we have Saga creatures, which is a really, really just very clever way of doing summons. I really, really like a lot of this. There we go. And of course, Y'shtola. This, for me, is the big card. This is the one that I am going to be wailing for. It's, you know, it is an alternate art card. The just standard Y'shtola has her in her ARR Conjure outfit, right? But, wow, I guess you can just kind of go all the way around, huh? Well, we're going to do that. So yeah, this is the alternate art drawn by Mogi-san, who did a nice little interview for the big reveal. If you have played through Endwalker and you know the special art, that is, of course, one of the lead art team designers from FF14, and just a beautiful, beautiful card. I am going to be wailing for this so hard. No joke. Like, I don't need a foil or anything. It would be nice to get the foil, but this is the card that I want. And, you know, so far it seems like a lot of these are actually available in play boosters. A lot of the collector booster only cards, they are, they're a little different. They're, you know, they're just kind of the plain ones with the colored backgrounds for a lot of stuff. In addition to the Traveling Chocobo, which is the, you know, the big neon ink kind of special cards, right? Here we go. Clever. Yeah, this was the big one from today that I think really kind of got a lot of people. This, and I think I've got it in the slideshow from FF10. But yeah, this one, A+, 10 of 10, no notes. Absolutely love it, right? And then, yeah, now we're starting to get to some of the Amano arts, right? And yeah, these are really cool. Now, most of these are FCAs, which is like the guest artist stuff. So they're reprints of older cards, and I don't think that they're standard, like legal and standard, but they might be in modern. I can't remember. It's one or the other. Either they're legal and modern, but not in standard, or vice versa. Like, if I remember right, you can play them in drafts, but you can't play them. I'd have to relook at the works. But yes, all of the guest artist cards, the what they call the bonus sheet. This is one of those. So yeah, usually if you have, like, you can kind of see up there in the corner, usually you'd have the name of the card, and then it's got a sub-name. The sub-name is like what the original card was. So if it's got that, it's a bonus sheet card, right? So it's not legal in every format, right? But yeah, and of course the twins. I was wondering when we would get the twins, and I really, really hope we get the twins in the main set. Like, genuinely, like, I am hyped to see the leaks from the main set just for the twins. But yeah, really good design here, having them partner. So like, if you play one, you can search the deck for the other, and pull them out, put them in your hand. So yeah, very cool. Very, very good job. A+, no notes. I love it. I love it. Alizé, Red Mage Supremacy, let's go. Yeah, and then we got, you know, some side cards from some pretty famous scenes. I really like how they've rendered a lot of these scenes. Like, I feel like, you know, they really kind of captured the mood of a lot of things that in some ways is even maybe a little bit better than the original, just because, you know, it's a 10-year-old scene, and now they've done the graphical update, so, you know, it helps out a little bit, but, you know, having an artist rendition of it kind of, you know, puts things in a little bit newer light. And of course, Kefka. Like, this is another whale card. I mean, really, any of the Amano art cards, I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna be hunting pretty hard for those. I'm hoping just the standards aren't going to be super expensive, but I wouldn't be surprised if the foil versions of Kefka and Terra and all of those, I wouldn't be surprised if they're going for hundreds of dollars when they come out for the foils. I just really hope just the standard versions are not too bad. These are alternate arts, so you know it's already kind of hard to get them, and then to get a foil on top of that is going to be rough, to say the least. But yeah, and then of course we got some new lands. We got some new places that have been revealed over the past couple of nights. So we got Ishgard. This is the borderless version of it. I liked it a little bit more than the standard version, but yeah, Ishgard gets plenty of love. There we go. And of course, for the next game in our complete Final Fantasy playthrough, spoiler alerts, by the way, if you've never played any of these, the Final Fantasy Magic set gives away a lot of stuff. So, you know, whoops, my bad, spoilers. But yeah, really, they're just cutting like piercing people's hearts with a lot of these cards. Okay, oh yeah, here's Terra. I arguably want the Terra as much, if not more. But put the sky in the background so you can see a little bit better. I arguably want the Terra more than I want the Kefka, but it's a tough choice. I mean, really, any of the Amano stuff is going to be the must-have. There's a Firion as well from 2 that people have been super hyped for. And a couple of the ambassadors that were actually at PAX got some collector boosters and were showing them off. And yeah, the foil for these is really cool. Like most of the time your foil stuff, it like kind of covers the whole card, but for the Amano arts, it really just kind of highlights specific parts of his artwork. Like the Firion art is just on Firion for the most part. And then the actual card itself just kind of has like a light foiling, just barely noticeable. They look really, really cool. But yeah, Esper Terra in the Amano. I genuinely can't believe that they got him to come back and do new art for characters that are 30 years old. just really kind of shows the love and the respect that they put towards making this set. It really does. And of course, champions from beyond the rift, heed my call. I love it. I love that they put this moment. It is, of course, a commander card, but just a wonderful little scene. This is Thancred. All right, the Sphere Grid. The Sphere Grid. We haven't played it yet on stream, but I remember the Sphere Grid. I actually like the Sphere Grid quite a bit, so I'm excited to get back into it. You know, some of the stuff is going to be a little hard to get. It might be the first time on any of our complete Final Fantasy playthrough streams that I've tried to get as close to 100% as I can. But yeah, there's some really good stuff locked away in some of these sphere grids. So yeah, I'm probably giving people PTSD looking at this, but there you go. And of course, Estinian, our himbo. Beautiful art. Very cool. I'm really excited. There we go. And of course, the boy. The boy, there he is. We're having fun with him now. We'll be seeing him again later this week. I don't know if we'll do tomorrow or Wednesday, but one of those days we'll be hopping back into FF9. Yeah, good old Vivi. Just really good. I was watching the VOD of the actual panel, and it was nice to see just the huge amount of cheers when they showed this one off, right? And there it is, the inspiring call. So far, I think this is the most upvoted one on Reddit. for good reason, I guess. But yeah, it's nice that they put this they put the scene into the commander decks at least. It feels like the commander decks, like I don't know if they're going to be good or not. I think you know, some of the early reviews or some of them are going to be kind of busted, and some of them are just kind of like all right. But it seems like the commander deck stuff is where they just really had a lot of fun with the memes and whatnot. I'm hoping they do save some for the main set, but yeah, either way, really happy to see this. Then some Nomura stuff. This was a cool reveal, and they showed all of the artwork there on the far left. up close and personal. But yeah, he made some new artwork specifically for this using a giant banner. And yeah, just a really, really good job. You know, Sephiroth, you know, he's not my... 7 in general is just not my favorite. He's not my favorite villain. But I don't think it's too far to say he's probably one of the most iconic villains in just video game history, just period, right? So yeah, you know, I can definitely respect it. I like the effort put into it and the fact that Nomura was coming back to do this. And Edgar. I had to show off Edgar. Our favorite machinist, right? I mean, he is one of my favorites. So, yeah, it was nice they gave him the auto crossbow. You know, I was kind of hoping for the drill or the chainsaw, but that's okay. That's fine. I'll live. I'll be okay. I mean, let's be honest. How many times did I use auto crossbow in our playthrough of it? It was a good amount. I can't say that it's not a valid choice. Yeah. Moving on. yeah, there were some people getting kind of hit by that one, by the shield. But it is nice that they put it in there with the flavor text and all. And of course we got Kryl. I'm glad Kryl's getting some. I imagine if, you know, I'm kind of wondering if maybe if they put Kryl Beldezian here in the commander deck for FF14, I'm kind of wondering if we're going to get the 4 version of her in the main set. I mean, I couldn't really complain either way. Any Kryl is good Kryl, but yeah, it was nice to see her added. I mean, they did say that all of the Scions would be represented. I'm not showing them all off here. Sorry, Ariane J. There's just not enough. Slideshow would be huge, but there were some nice surprises in there, and yeah, the Kryl one is pretty cool. And then this is another one that I'm really wanting. The one on the right, I think, is collector boxes only, or collector boosters. But yeah, Valagarmonda, we know him here in the West as Tritok from FF6, and of course we played against him in Dawn Trail. But yeah, this is Tritok. So yeah, the artwork on the right is just this and Bahamut. Like, the alternate arts for some of these summons are absolutely incredible. And I'm really, really curious what they're going to look like in foil. I bet they're just beautiful. Because, yeah, I'm already just kind of starting to buy my penny sleeves and hard shell cases. You know, some of them I might even send off to get graded if we end up getting them on stream. Depends on what we get. You know, with my luck, we're just going to get a lot of, like, Cecils or something like yeah, right? You know, something, a bunch of squalls for my least favorite games. That'll be my luck. But, you know, if I do get anything good, I'd like to actually use some of these as display pieces. So I got to figure out, you know, what kind of cases have UV protection and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I've already started kind of stocking up. Just, you know, once a week or so, just going and adding a couple more boxes to the pile, just getting ready for it. So, yeah. It's been a long time since I've collected anything like this. And of course, our gentleman of gentlemen. This was a lot of fun. They showed this one off on the official social media accounts, but they did show it off again during the panel. And yeah, I love the Nashu in the background throwing the bombs. The fact that they actually made zombies as zombie tokens. I mean, just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. No notes. And of course, Hardbert. Again, another really good one to see that they added the representation in there. Very happy about it. There we go. And back to the beginning. Like I said, this is just a small amount. This doesn't even cover like the grand majority of things that they've been revealing, but it's a lot. It is a lot. But yeah, so we've got about a month before all of it comes out. We've got time. So, you know, start saving up now. You know, I know the pre-orders are very difficult for everyone. I highly recommend going to your local game store and just doing it that way. Man, what do I need? I need 4, 3, and 2. Man. All right. Well, Display on map. I guess we can go back over there. It is nice that we actually have like fast travel now. But yeah, the play boxes I don't think will be too bad. Apparently there's been a spike since allocations have been set until they get another reprint out. So they might be a little, it might be, you know, jacking up the prices a little bit. But play boosters, I mean, they're going to reprint those for the next 3 years or so. And it does look like a lot of stuff is going to be available from those play boosters. So, you know, that is good. You know, if you are super worried about getting certain types of treatments or something like that, it seems like the grand majority of it will be available from play boosters. Obviously, the easiest way is always going to be buy singles. You know, wait until the set is actually out, and then, you know, see what the prices are like a month after release, month to a year. Depends how fast you want to collect, I guess. But that'll be the cheapest way. But if you do want to crack packs and stuff, play booster shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, the collector stuff, it's going to be hard. You know, try and see what your local game store is at. I'm very lucky with my local store, but I know others are not. I know some that have, you know, some have a few stores that are, you know, really jacking up prices even for the local customers, which is kind of shitty in my opinion. So, you know, do what you can, I guess. But yeah, the collector stuff is gonna be difficult. Like I said, I'm very lucky. My local game store knows we're a small community. They refuse to sell above MSRP. They are very much about like, hey, this is your local store. And, you know, I wish others were like that. Fortunately, you know, that's not always the case. But you know, look around a little bit. Maybe you got some nice ones. You got some of those locals. They know you there, right? Gathered items total. All right. You should be able to do this. I'm not super worried about it. Like, personally, like, I'm not super concerned about whether or not I'm going to get the stuff that I want. Well, that is my concern, I should say. I'm not worried about being able to get things eventually through singles. But I am kind of worried about whether or not I'm going to get what I want out of the actual packs themselves. Like, I just hope I get something good. Like, you guys know my thoughts on, like, 8. Like, I do want to collect as much from the entire set as I can, but let's be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of 8. So, like, some of that stuff can kind of go like, eh, it's fine. Kind of the same with 11. You know, I've never really played 11. So, a lot of that will just be kind of lost on me. But, you know, hopefully the trading market will pick up. Maybe this will be like a nice return to just like good old-fashioned trading cards, right? Like, hey, you got this Final Fantasy that you don't like. I've got ones that you like, but I don't care for. Let's trade, right? I'm kind of hopeful that we start seeing kind of a return to that. I think it'd be kind of nice. There we go. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. We'll get a lay of the land. We still got a month. You know, my game store's doing their pre-release, I think, on like the 6th and the 7th. We go. Yeah, I'm gonna blow past this. So, you know, we got a little bit extra time there. It's a little bit, but the problem is I've got some stuff also being shipped, and I'm not sure when those are actually going out. So, you know, I doubt we'll be able to actually do a whole lot of streaming the night of release. I don't even know if I'm going to be working. It's very possible I could be scheduled to shift that night. But, you know, probably on the actual release date, probably closer to like the 17th, we'll be doing a stream of it. It's not going to be like a ton. I don't have like a case. I can't afford that. I'm a small-time streamer. But, you know, I've been saving up a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. I am curious. All right, but aside from that, you know, I have been, because of that, I've just been very Final Fantasy brained the past couple of weeks. I don't know. I just, I want everything. I want everything. I want everything Final Fantasy related right now. It's been a weird couple of days, right? No, not HUD, not HUD. There we go. User macros. That is what I wanted. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I'm only at like level 5. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll be all right. 80. I don't even really know if I need to do a whole lot for this. Let's see. Can I do an easy craft? I probably can. Where's my easy craft button? Maybe not. We'll take a look. We'll see. Cannot execute at this time. Oh, no, I can't. I can't. That's okay. It's just like a basic 80. Do I not have a basic 80? I guess this is it. But yeah, you know, I was also looking, you know, speaking of all the Final Fantasy stuff we've been doing, I was looking a little bit through the walkthrough on FF9 to see like when I need to start worrying about a couple things. And yeah, we're almost done, believe it or not. I wouldn't say done. I mean, there's still a fair amount of disc 3 to go. But the next time we hop in, yeah, we'll be almost done with a lot of the baseline story stuff, and then it really kind of gets into open world. You know, that at that point, I think, you know, there's going to be a lot of time that I won't be streaming it because I'll be grinding stuff off stream. Like, I'm not going to do all of the Chocobo stuff in FF9 on stream. It's just, it's too much. I feel like I'm a decent yapper, but I can't go that long, right? I don't live an interesting enough life to yap for that long about nothing. So yeah, there's going to be some stuff that I'm going to be doing on stream, but it's really not that far away. So yeah, probably Wednesday we'll be hopping back into it, and probably rounding it out until we get the classic airship that is available in every FF. And we will do some of it on stream, so don't feel like I'm going to be like skipping a lot of content on you guys. It's just a lot of the side quests and grinding things, but you know, we'll be hopping in and still doing it until we barrel through to the end and make our way into FF. So there's a long way to go, right? But yeah, it's a lot closer than I thought. I feel like all said and done, we've kind of breezed through FF9 way faster than I thought. I really didn't expect it to go as fast. You know, especially after the FF7 streams and everything that I feel like we spent a lot of time on, right? Between the original and the remakes, like those were 20 something streams that we did. But yeah, FF9's kind of short in comparison, isn't it? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that it switches me. Here we go. Is there anything that I need to do for my Weaver? I think I went ahead and bought everything that I needed. Yeah, I did go ahead and buy and meld a bunch of stuff on it, so we should be okay there. And how are we going on the infrastructure index? Okay. Cosmoliner southwestern radius, okay. Seem to drop from the heavens were discovered. Kind of interesting. You know, I'm surprised that it's really going this long. We've been at this a while, and there's still a lot of things that we haven't even touched yet. I'm kind of worried if we're even going to be able to finish all of it. It seems like a lot of the servers have really slowed down quite a bit. Yeah, we can do that one. We'll give it a shot. I don't know if Cactuars. Let's take a look. How is Cactuar doing right now? I'm sure they're still number one. I'm sure they're still world first and everything, but yeah, it definitely slowed down, and everyone was worried. Everyone was complaining. Yeah, they were already on like rank 12. Wow. Them and Fairy. Genova's in the middle of it right now. Huh. Poor Dynamis. Poor Dynamis. So yeah. Like, everyone was super worried about how fast things were moving. Like, oh, I missed the first 2 phases. Like, I don't think that's going to be a problem, man. I think there's a lot more to this thing than a lot of servers are going to be able to complete before the next moon is available. The thing is, like, I'm not entirely sure how much all of that affects. That's another thing. It'd be nice if if it affected more things. If you actually got to do more with the new areas than it looks like. Like, I don't know. Why are we getting that whole area down in the southwest? Does it unlock new missions or something? Like, if I switch over to my alchemist or my culinarian, do I get new things down there? Or like, what's the deal? New red alerts or something? I don't know. I've been out of it for the past couple nights. Even in Elite, I was just like, the other night I just yeeted myself off into the black with my Mandalay. First time I've gone out in a while without using my fleet carrier. So yeah, it's just kind of a nice, I don't know, just a nice little round trip, quick little jaunt out there to try and find something interesting. It just goes so much faster without the FC, to be honest. So yeah. I've just been in that kind of mood. I just kind of want to get out and explore a little bit. I think it's just because it's getting nice out. You know, you get the spring fever a little bit. Anything here with more than 7? Or are they all 7? Yeah, it looks like they're all 7. So that's fine. That's okay. Might as well go ahead and start doing some of the Class Cs. Get the next phase unlocked. Oh, only now I gotta wait for the thing to roll. Okay, that's fine. My bad. Okay. Not like we got a whole lot going on this week. I'm basically working weekends, so if you want to know about the schedule basically until the end of the month, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff throughout the week. And then the weekends I've got shifts at work. So that's our schedule. There you go. That's what it's going to be. What we're going to be doing during the week, I don't know. Just I clipped my nails today, so maybe some guitar streaming, you know, at some point. But yeah, you know, we've got enough story games. It'll be a bit, but you know, we can always do guitar or just hop into Elden Ring and just beat some stuff up with the big hammer every now and then if I feel like it. So, you know, it's same as always. You know me, I don't usually schedule like games ahead of time. But we do try and stream, you know, at least 3 times a week. So, you know, same as usual, business as usual. It'll be fun. You know, not good for the paycheck, but we'll have a lot of stuff here on the channel to work towards. Things are going well with the Life 2D stuff. Maybe do another stream of us doing that at some point. I never know how that kind of thing is going to go, you know? There's always a lot of worry with like switching up content or like trying something that you don't really do. You know, my thought is like, just go ahead and do it. You know, you're not going to know if you don't actually do it, but you know, for our fans, like, I think I've got a lot of, like, Final Fantasy fans here and a lot of Elite Dangerous fans. A lot of people that came for, like, my video guides and stuff. So I don't really know, you know, how... Oh, I've got to do this now. Okay. What do we got here? So this is high quality, very low difficulty. Do I have a 60? Do have a 60. Which one of these is it, though? That I don't know. Okay, so I gotta make one more. Gotcha. I can't remember which of the two I need. It's the problem with having 2 of the 60s. Oh, maybe one of these has it. I don't know. But those are the experts. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just pick one, I guess. I think it's the top one because that's the one that I made first. So it would have come earlier in the leveling cycle. There we go. There we go. And the fact that it's high quality should help out a lot. Yeah, let's just give it a shot. Let's press one of them and go. I've got more than enough to make another one if I have to. Yeah, after watching like Enrico and stuff, I'm kind of like, man, I kind of want to hop back into Minecraft too. The problem with my Minecraft is like I'm on that private server with people that don't necessarily like know that I'm streaming. It's a small small group, so I'm sure they don't really care all that much. But at the same time, like, you want to be respectful, right? So, yeah, I don't know. It'd be nice if there was just a group of just VTubers, right? I don't know if there's like an open VTuber server out there. Maybe I should check. Maybe I should actually make friends. Maybe that would help. Maybe I should actually go outside every now and then. Maybe that would you know, help things out a little bit. I don't know. Especially with everything going on in the VTuber scene right now, I'm just very distrustful of. I don't know. I've always been very distrustful about strangers on the internet. I don't always feel like I should be, but at the same time, I feel like in a lot of cases it's sometimes justified. It's like I don't really join just like random servers or anything like that. A lot of them end up like not having my vibe, right? You know me, I tend to be very chill. I'm not super lewd or anything like that on stream. But, you know, almost any time I go to like a big public Discord server or like a community-based server or something like that, it's like half the busy channels are like not safe for work channels, and like it's very memey, or like I'm way older than everyone else there and it just feels very awkward, right? In addition to all of the other problems that you can sometimes get with just like random communities. But I don't know. I'd like to do collabs and that kind of thing. I feel like most of my interactions are like on social media. So, you know, if you're following me because of like Blue Sky or something like that, like my DMs are open. Like people can ask for collabs. I've said that multiple times. But like I'm generally just like very open. Just like hit me up and be like, "Hey, you want to play Repo or something like that?" And I would probably be game. But you know, no luck yet. But there's a lot of games that I would like to do that I feel like maybe there are some decent like VTuber centric servers for. So you got like Minecraft is a good one. GTA 4 or GTA 5. I'd really like to play like GTA 5 because I've had that for ages and I've never played it. So like that would be kind of fun to join one of theirs. So I need 2. Oh boy, pants. Love pants. Sometimes. This time of night, 50-50. This time of night's 50-50, but you know, most of the time. I'm one of those guys that wears jeans at all times of the year, though. Some people think that's very weird. Like, why don't you wear shorts? And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't like shorts all that much. I feel like I don't look good in them. They always, I think growing up, it's because like I'm a walking Jack Skellington. I'm very thin, and I would always get shorts that were way too big and baggy. Because growing up, that was like my aesthetic. Granted, you know, Jinkos were in back then, so big and baggy is not necessarily a bad thing. But that's just like, I never really learned how to shop for like shorts and stuff that actually look good, instead of just big old like cargo shorts or whatever. Jorts. I've had a few jorts in my day. So yeah, I'm very much a jeans guy. I'm very much, you know, either bootcut or skinny leg jeans. And I'm very picky about them because it's very hard to find my size. And I don't buy them very often. So I usually go with brands that are, you know, they're a little pricier. But jeans are something that I can wear like a very, very long time. Right? Ooh, this one's gonna be tough. 80. Let's see here. What do I have? What do I have? I mean, I guess I can try just the normal. We'll give it a shot. Why not? Yeah, doesn't matter how hot it is. Even out in LA, it was just like jeans all times of the year. Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter the season, doesn't matter the weather. Jeans. Also, I have no ass, so, you know, not really a whole lot to look at. I'm wearing shorts. No, I'm not bitter about it at all. Who would have thought? Hey, that's what I should do. I should get really into Wii Fit and just start doing my squats. Try and do them every now and then. If nothing else, because it's nice to get up and like get the blood circulating after you've been streaming a little bit. You got to do that kind of stuff sometimes. A lot of streamers don't talk about it. It's always like, oh, hydrate and stuff. But no, you gotta get up and move around, man. I feel like we've waited long enough. I feel like I can go back and start working on some more mining. We'll turn this in first. I can just do things out there. Nice. I actually need to go shopping for new clothes. I was like super mad because, you know, I talked about like last month or so, we had some really bad storms, and yeah, my room flooded pretty hardcore. It was pretty rough, and sure enough, it ruined a couple of my shirts, some of my favorite shirts. So, you know, I had the Amano Moogle shirt from the Unico collab. That's completely ruined. It's like all moldy. The mold stains are not going to come out. We've tried everything on them. So, you know, I need to go and start like shopping for some new stuff. I'm getting a little low on just some like nice casual shirts to wear out and about that are still kind of nice. Like I like the Uniqlo stuff because like they were special collabs. So they're actually like genuinely nice shirts, even though they're graphic tees. So, you know, that kind of sucked. It was like one of my favorite shirts. But yeah, it's been a while since I've just been shopping. Maybe please traveling chocobo, give me your blessing, because I need clothes. That's everyone's talking about what they would do if they got a traveling chocobo, and it's always like make a lot of money and buy really nice things. I'm like, I just need clothes, man. I need clothes and I need food. Really, that's where I'm at in life. Okay, so what do we got? Gather items in the time limit. Okay, so that one shouldn't be too bad. Bloop. The same as the last one. We'll get through this. I am not concerned. Go. Nice. I can just kind of hit these up. Close enough to 500 that I don't want to use like a cordial quite yet. I honestly don't even... I don't know if we'll need one or not. It goes pretty quickly. It's what, 5,400 or something like that for the score that I need? So yeah. We do okay. Some of it'll come down to whether or not I get my Gatherer's Boon. It seems like we're getting a decent amount. 50% chance, yeah. Yeah, it should go pretty quick. See, look at that. A boon from nature, yay. Nice. This one's always confusing because they got that ridge here. You got this ridge. This is probably one of the most valid complaints about the whole moon cosmic exploration so far, is that they did start us on the moon, but they kept a lot of the terrain exactly as you expect it, which means a lot of like crevices and stuff that are just kind of annoying to get around. Not super fun. Not super fun running all the way around a giant chasm, trying to make your way on a time limit, right? Also, I haven't been seeing how the mech ops have been going. Should probably hop into one of those at some point. I have a feeling like on some of these servers, you know, even on Balmung, the last time that I was playing, you know, if you get there at a certain time of night, which is basically like here in a couple of hours, like people were not able to complete them, even on the busy servers. So I think the initial wave has died down kind of significantly. Here we go. Ah. That's all right. We're almost done. Hey, look at that. All right, what else do I need? I do need, I need a lot more of 3. Yeah, but I am getting like double the XP, which is nice. So hopefully it won't take like too much longer. All right, back to Weaver. Problem is like I'm all the way out here, but we're gonna be like going through these ranks really fast. What do we got? The high quality items, okay, and collectability will be scored. Got it. All right, and another 40. And they're just making it too easy. Making it too easy. This is what all my macros are for. Feel that, you know, I think we're kind of in that couple weeks lull. I think it'll pick right back up with the Crescent. I think Crescent's going to be a lot of fun. I think maybe some people that have just been kind of like quiet on FF14 for a little bit might be kind of surprised by how fun Crescent ends up being. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, I don't think they're going to change it up too significantly from what we're kind of used to with a lot of it. But I think the whole multi-job thing is going to surprise a lot of people. So yeah, we'll wait and see. But I'm tentatively excited about it. I was not as excited when they first announced like Eureka and the Diadem and stuff. Firmament. But I am kind of excited for Crescent. And of course, ready to get back to some more Hardy Boiled. Hope it's more than one quest this time though. I was really sad it went by so fast. Oh, I have credits. I have lunar credits I need to burn. I wonder if it's really worth anything anymore. I imagine a lot of the prices have leveled off at this point. Here we go. I mean, I guess all I can do is just like roll and see. If it's something I don't want, it's something I don't want. If it goes for just like a couple thousand instead of 80 million, then you know that's fine too. I made my money off that first lunar rover. I'm cool with it. Like, look at this. I'm still at 67 million after putting in my bid for that medium. So like I'm good on cash for a little bit. Now once I actually win one, if I ever win one, and have to start buying furniture for all those rooms for the G-Post studio, might be a little bit different. You know, that's secretly, not so secretly, a reason I'm really focusing on a lot of my crafters right now, is so that I can hopefully craft a lot of the furniture that I want instead of having to go through and buy a lot of it. Because yeah, it's going to be expensive. I mean, I got to fill a medium, or at least that's the goal, right? Is, you know, I like the G-Post studios. I have a lot of dioramas and stuff. So yeah. In fact, you know what? I think that's something we will do. I think that's something we're going to do on this stream, because I don't know if I have ever actually gone through and like kind of shown you guys G-Post studios. So let me take a look. Sign in, Google Sheets. Where are my sheets? Where's all of mine? Open. I know I've got a bunch saved somewhere. And I'm sure some of it's changed as well. Let me see. I think this is mine. We'll take a look. It's the only time you'll ever see me actually use a spreadsheet. But we'll take a look. I think I have any highlighted here. I think they're all on like other servers. Yeah, let me go take a look here. We might I might have to do a data center transfer. So just like bear with me a second. Oh yeah, I need to turn that in too. That's fine. Don't worry about it. All right. I don't know if data center transfer is up or not, but we're going to give it a shot. And the other thing is, I don't know how many of these still exist. That's the other thing. I don't know how many of these still exist. So give me a moment. I'm going to go into the break screen real quick so that I can hide some things, because obviously I don't want all my alts and stuff showing up. But yeah, let me switch over. Let me see if I can get to one of these other data centers. Bear with me a second. Yes, you can hear in the background. Oh God, it's so bright. Oh no. Yeah. Where do I want to go? Let's go to Aether. Oh, destination unavailable. Okay, well, I got to do that and then switch back over. Bear with me. Proceed. Proceed. Yeah, let's go tour some of these, because some of these are really, really good. Some of them are really fantastic. And I don't know if they want them showing off on stream, but we're going to do it because they're just out in the game world. So that's just how it's going to have to be. But like, I'll show you kind of what I'm wanting to do with a lot of this stuff. Maybe if I can ever get back in. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm trying. All the worlds are congested right now. So, you know, I guess everything that I was worried about with the server congestion turned out to not be as big of a deal as I thought. I think maybe more people are playing than let on. I think they're just all on Aether right now because that's where we're going. All right, there we go. There we go. We can hop back in here. All right, where are we going first? Okay. We are currently on Siren, and I actually have one here that we're gonna go take a look at if it still exists. 13. Yeah, there we go. See, what I usually do is I always go through. I basically, whenever I'm making a list of GPO studios to like kind of look at and get inspiration from, I go through essentially every data center. And every world on every data center, and every residential district on every data center, right? And I look for this. If it doesn't explicitly have the GPO Studio subtag, I usually don't worry about it. There are a few out there that are, for whatever reason, do not use it. You know, if you are making a GPO studio, please use the photography tag. There's too many homes to go through. And there are a lot of other open homes that are like perfectly available to the public that you can go and look at. But there's no way to really tell like what's in them until you get inside in a lot of cases. And yeah, it's just too much to go through. So I look specifically for the photo studio tag, right? Let me get my drip. Yeah, this one I think I had highlighted because it's got a lot of like modern sets and stuff in the home. Yeah. Here we go. So yeah, a lot of them, like some of them will have some decent stuff outside as well. This one looks like it's kind of money making, but that's okay. Yeah, some of them will have mini sets outside. Most of the time they're going to be inside, but yeah, some people do get creative with their lawns. Let's go in. We can get in. Here we go. Yeah, this one doesn't have a lot of like the dioramas, but they've created the modern home in a way that like you can still kind of take your pick. Yeah, this one, if I remember right, is like a lot of modern home design stuff. Yeah, and then you know sometimes you do get some that have the photo studio tag, and this is literally all they have are just the white and black backdrops. I like a little bit more than that. I like having the dioramas a little bit. Yeah, let's take a look, because last I checked, they had a pretty good list of like good things to go take a look at. It's like it's 3 sets. Yeah, so this one's got some dioramas. Let's go take a look. Yeah, see little things like this. So they're all like individual little sets that you can kind of do whatever you want with. Sometimes you'll see them called sets, sometimes you'll see them called dioramas. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm wanting to do with my studio once we can actually get an FC one, right? So the interior of like the main house that I want to do would be a lot of little things like this, a lot of the dioramas. But then you can also see why it needs to be an FC house, and that's because these really cool studios like this one, stop and take some photos, okay? The really cool studios use the back chambers, and a lot of them will be an entire set just on their own, right? So yes, that's kind of what I'm aiming for, and like each room will be its own theme, right? See, these are not dioramas, these are like entire sets that take up the entire back chamber. So you kind of do need like an FC house, because you can't do this in just an individual. you don't have backroom chambers in it. I mean, you know, it's a G-Post studio. There's all kinds of photos taken in them. Let's be honest. Let's be real here. If they didn't have this expectation, then Square wouldn't have put this in the game. They wouldn't have added the poll to the game. This is Square's own doing. This is condoned by Square. There you go. Your own fault. Use that information to do what you will. Yeah, some of them like get really nice. Like the full room studios and a lot of these are really, really impressive. Let me see if... I don't know if I'm going to be able to world visit is the thing. I'd like to try. It's been a while since I've seen it where the data center travel is completely restricted. So I don't know if I'm still going to be able to world visit. Let's give it a shot. If I remember right, this is the one that I really like. World is experiencing congestion. Okay. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to show you the one on Adamantoise. That is really disappointing. That is very sad. But there is another one in... Let me see if this one still exists until it kind of dies down a little bit. This one I think had like a bunch of dioramas. If it's still here. Aw. Aw, it looks like they got rid of it. That's sad. That was a really good one. Maybe they upgraded. Maybe they upgraded to a new one. Yeah, and that's the Garden of Eden. So yeah, let's take a look. Let's see if we can find another one in here somewhere. Because it's been a while since I've actually taken a look at the list. And you know, sometimes they do upgrade. And sometimes they, you know, quit the game. So there's a little of everything going on here. So I'll kind of show you my criteria whenever I'm taking a look. Yeah, I don't see. I wish there was a way that I could filter by type, right? That one doesn't have photo studio listed. That seems more like it's going to be like a private home or like a club for RP purposes. So I'm a little wary of jumping into some of those. Maybe I'll do those on my private time, but usually not on stream, right? Man, I'm really sad that one photo studio left. Yeah. Yeah, I will literally just go down starting at 1 and just start going down looking for any that have the LW Studio. So let's take a look. That is 2649. All right. See, they specifically listed as a studio, which is a good sign. I like giving preference to the ones that actually are listed as a studio. One, so I'm not barging in on someone's home while they're in the middle of like serious RP or something like that. But also just because they tend to have, you know, a lot of different sets and that kind of thing in them. So that's kind of what we're looking for, right? You'll have a lot of themed homes and designer homes that were made by like someone charging guild to design a home. But photo studios, usually you want the ones that have a bunch of different sets, right? We'll take a look. You know, doing this on stream, you never know how things are going to go. So I make no promises. We could end up in some very abai situations, but you know, that's just how things go. All right, so yeah, as you can see, they've got like a bunch of different like dioramas and stuff. Man, I'm really sad I can't world travel right now. I really wanted to show you the big studio, but maybe it'll die down over the course of the stream. Yeah, and they get really creative. I mean, see what they're doing with like the multi-leveling and some of this. Like some of these sets can get really, really impressive. This one seems like it's going more for just like modern home vibes. Is it an FC house? No, so it doesn't have back chambers, so that's a little sad, but that's okay. Go downstairs and take a look. And they've got a bunch of different backdrops and stuff. It's a little more scattered. A little more hectic. They've definitely got a lot of backdrops. This one seems more like backdrops than it is like dioramas, which is okay. You know, some people like just having the backdrops. I like the dioramas a little bit more, but it's nice for people to have the option. So, you know, I appreciate people that are putting in the work to have little backdrops like this. But yeah, so this one seems like it's got a decent like home selection. And then usually in my spreadsheet, I will go through and like kind of make a nice little description of what types of sets we're talking about here. Because some are more like modern home focused, some have a really wide variety, some are very yabai, so it really is a big spread. And then yeah, you just kind of go through and just go down the list until you find one that you like. But that's what I'm trying to do with mine. I don't know how long it's going to take to actually win a house. Like, I could technically go ahead and make a bunch of dioramas in my personal, but like, it's just not the same. And I don't want to mess up my personal house. Put a lot of work into that one, right? So, yeah. Actually, I guess I can take a look at the last couple. We didn't really go through a whole lot. Okay, let's take a look. So that was 27, right? 28, okay. I don't really see a whole lot else. Nothing new anyways. Nothing that was already on my list. Wasn't already on my list. Look. Yeah, Goblet 1019. That's a few small. Okay, we'll take a look here. Take a look around. I mean, it's got the it's got that guild tag on it, but we'll go give it a look. 1019. If I remember right, this one had some decent dioramas on it though. Like only a few sets, but they were fairly large size, so we'll give it a look. 19, there we go. So Brimming Heart. That's the hardest part, is figuring out your way around to some of these. Goblet gets a little confusing. If I do win that FC house that I showed at the beginning of the stream, I don't know how I'm ever going to remember how to get back to it. It's not the best location. Here we go. The other hard part is like trying to find a way to make some sets that don't feel like they're just like copy pasted from others, right? Ooh, this one does have additional chambers, though. That's good. It's a good sign. Back here. All right, so let's take a look around. See if they have some dioramas. They've changed this a little bit. Yeah, these are like some really good dioramas here. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like they even put up the walls to really make them give that diorama vibe. And yeah, each of them are like miniature sets. And this is a medium, so this is the size house that I'm going for. Just because it feels like a good ratio to like the size of the house to the number of things you can put in it. I mean, I wouldn't say no to a large, but you're kind of limited. Because the large really doesn't scale up enough housing items to go with it. I think they said they were going to start looking at changing that, but I haven't taken a look to see if they actually have yet. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about with the dioramas. This is what I want to do with my FC. Because yeah, these are really nice sets. They did a really good job with these. And it's kind of unique because like this one's a pretty large diorama. I don't usually see too many medium to large ones. A lot of these you'll go into and they're like super tiny sets. They're really only good for like portraits and close-ups. Idiot C Studio number 2. We'll take a look in here. Okay, so this is like its own room. Of course. Of course. That's all right. Well, you know. You're gonna see all kinds of sets. You're gonna see all sorts of wonderful vistas when you start looking at GPO Studios. Yeah, I think it would just be nice to have something like this available for the community. I always appreciate really anyone that's putting in the time to make one of these, because there's honestly a very like limited amount of them, like surprisingly so. And yeah, most people, like, they do keep them open to the public. Occasionally, very rarely, you will run into one that's like by appointment only because they charge Gil to actually do like G-Post photo shoots with their photographer. That's pretty rare. I've only seen that a couple of times. Let's see. I doubt the congestion's out yet. I wonder how long that's gonna take. I just want to go to Adamantoise and show you the big boy. Show you the big one that's kind of like, it's kind of the inspiration for me even doing any of this. Probably not going to be able to do it tonight. Visit another world server. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We can go check it out. If this one still exists, I hope it does. Like this is like one of the big studios. This is one of those studios that like has a fairly large presence on like on social media. They've got a nice card available. Let's take a look. If it's still here, please still be here. It'd be very sad if this studio of all of them disappeared. Yeah, Studio Shade. There we go. 2842, and it's really easy to get to as well, which I really like. But yeah, this is the studio that inspired me to make my own studio. Got to give you an idea. But the problem is, I don't have a very big FC. It's basically a bunch of my alts. So, you know, not going to have nearly as many rooms. But that's fine. That's okay. We can make it work. Granted, I have a lot of alts that are not in yet because I don't have a house that they can apply at. I still have to do everything like manually. Yeah, this is a kind of studio that a lot of times I come here and there's like a lot of other people already here. Very popular for GPOs. All right. So, you know, they've got a little bit... Oh, they've actually changed the exterior. They've got like little waiting rooms and stuff. That's nice. So this studio is really big because of the chambers. This is exactly what I was talking about why you need an FC house. Because of all of the themed chambers. You can only do this with an FC because, again, your personal does not have all of this. So, yeah. And this one's really good because they are all themed. Sometimes it's just like some of these studios, you know, they'll let their members kind of do whatever theme they want. But these guys, like, they are legit. And really went through, they've got themes on emotions, the sins, colors, the zodiacs. I mean, it's all kinds of, like, there's a ton here that I haven't even seen yet. They've done a lot of work since the last time I've been in. So yeah. And like all of these chambers are specifically themed around one thing in particular. This is kind of neat. It definitely fits Fiend. It seems more like it's like a color-based one than anything. Collection, let's take a look here. But yeah, this is... Like, if you want to talk GPO studios, like, this is like cream of the crop up here. There's a couple of others on my list that I don't think that I can get to because the servers are congested right now, but there are a couple of others out there. There's one on MIDI, if it's still around, at Goblet 19.8. So go check that one out. It's more like a movie studio kind of thing, so they've got like a Western themed one that's really cool. We are on Goblet 2842, Adamantoise. Gilgamesh has one at 1860 in the Goblet. Yeah, this one is definitely like, if you're gonna look for like the gold standard of GPO studios, it's definitely Studio Shade, I think. And I don't know these guys. Like, I'm not like promoting them because they're friends or anything. I don't know anyone in FF14. If I did, I would have finished T by now, right? But yeah, I just stumbled upon this while like trying to make my spreadsheet. And yeah, definitely worth it. But this is the goal. This is the kind of thing that I want to be able to do with mine. And yeah, really, I mean, look at this. I mean, it's just such a creative use of some of these items. And yeah, just really, really well done. I don't want to go through here because, like I said, they had only gotten as far as, like, I think maybe they finished the Zodiacs the last time that I was in here. Let's take a look. Seems like a lot of the newer rooms, these last ones have a lot of a water focus to them. Let's take a look at maybe some of the higher end ones. Okay, so yeah, this is like yeah, okay. I can see the Matanga theme. Definitely fits. Very Radzatani. Let's see here. Where were we? Thornography. That one's new. Huh. Take a look at that one. Okay, they just changed the name of it. Got kind of scary with some of the plants there. Yeah, definitely fits. But where do we got? I think maybe it was Betrayal was a good one. Very black and white. Yeah. Yeah, this one's, you know, if you want to get some like really kind of wild art house kind of stuff, like that's why I really like this studio, is they've got such a good selection to just kind of like, you want to do some really kind of experimental black and white stuff. Oh, I didn't mean to leave. That's all right. That's okay. Go back. The Musica one I think was very good. Yeah, so you've got like some wedding theme sets here. And obviously once you get into GPOS and start doing your thing, you can you can adjust the lighting and all of that stuff too. Was it Musica? Oh no. What was Heavenly? Maybe I'm getting them mixed up. Oh, sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to walk in on you. Yeah, like I said, there's usually someone in here taking their own you know, photo shoot. Yeah, this is kind of yabe, but you know, like I said, it's got a good spread, right? Was it, maybe it was Spectrum? Yeah, this one's got the swing set and everything. Maybe they took out the one that I really liked. I don't know if it's still here anymore. Or eBay. Let's take a look. Yeah, they've changed up a couple of these. Yeah, kind of sad because I did like a couple of the older sets that they had, but some of these are also really good. This is one of them. Yeah. Here we go. Another good one with like the stark black and white contrast there. What else do we have here? Banshee. I don't remember Banshee. You got Brides of Dracula. Maybe they changed some of these for like the holidays. Some of the GPO studios are very active and they will change up some of their sets based on the holidays. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. But I'm curious about the Brides of Dracula one. What do we got here? Oh yeah, that's a vibe. Yeah, I see it. I definitely see it. Like it. A+, no notes. What else do we have? Maybe it was the Little Death. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, this was one that I took a few shots at. Very simple, but very good with its colors and yeah, some of the die workings that they did, some of the framing. Yeah, you can do a lot with a little set like this. So like it doesn't always have to be really like fancy with a billion items and that kind of thing. Like sometimes simple is good. If you've got a really good understanding of color and contrast and that kind of thing, and like how to emphasize like sometimes the small things. Like this is not a super advanced set to make, but it's definitely got the aesthetic down, right? Like it's got a vibe to it. I really, really like this set. So yeah, you know, sometimes you're going to have sets that are going to be, you know, using the cap of items, and sometimes they'll be a little bit simple, you know? Unrequited. I don't remember this one. But yeah, this one's another like kind of wedding chamber themed. Sometimes, you know, they do this where they can, you have an overall theme, but then they can fit little dioramas that kind of can still work on their own as a backdrop. But yeah, it all fits together, but like you could use either one of these as kind of their own set independent of the big one, right? Yeah, I just really, really like this studio. They've always done a really good job with all of their stuff, and yeah, now that they've got some new things in here, I kind of want to come back here on my own a little bit later and just kind of explore, see what else is new. Yeah, some of their colored themes, like these, it's a bunch of mini dioramas. So they've got, like I said, they've got a big mix. It's not necessarily one big set in each room. Like a lot of these, let's take a look at let's take a look at Envy, you know, the green themed room. Some of them do have like miniature dioramas. we go. Oh, they've actually changed this. Yeah, it actually looks a little bit more envious than the last time that I was in here. Last time it was a lot of like individual dioramas. What else do we have? Pride, maybe? Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, this one's new too. I like that. I don't see too many like throne chamber sets these days. But I like what they did with the walkway and everything. God, I am not looking forward to building my own and having to like deal with all of the dies. They put a lot of money into a lot of these dies. It's kind of scary. Is Sakura still mini dioramas? We'll take a look. Oh, wow. Yeah, they've really expanded this. Like it. Yeah, it's still got kind of the mini dioramas going on, though. Yeah, so you got the main theme if you want to, like, get a look down the long hallway or whatever. But then you've got some stuff off to the side. Kind of do your thing with. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Can I get to the movie studio? It's on MIDI, and it's still in the goblet. Okay, let's go take a look. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. If I remember right, if this one still exists, it was really cool because a lot of the sets, like it's themed based off of a movie studio, but they used real movies as the inspiration. So we'll see if it's still here. I hope it is. I really liked it. Some of the sets are a little bit smaller and a little bit less intricate than the Studio Shade one. But if you're a big movie fan, like I really liked going through here, just kind of like taking a look. Let's cross our fingers. 18. Oh no, it's gone. Oh man, I really like that set. I really like. Oh wait, no. Oh, wrong one. 19.8, come on. Yes, it even has the MGM tag. Hey, there we go. I was the one confused. There we go. Let's take a look here. Had the wrong one highlighted on my spreadsheet. All right, where is 8? Take a look here. Some of these I don't know how to get to. That's a whole other problem on its own. All right, bear with me because I might be jumping around a little bit here. Oh, never mind. It's like right here. Are you MGM? Yes. Hope they haven't changed it too much. I like it. It kind of reminds me of walking through some of the editing buildings that we had at Warner Brothers, because they do really look like a lot of this. Maybe not quite as like intricate. But yeah, you'd walk in and they have like a wall of Oscars just sitting there behind some glass. It's kind of cool. Oh wow, okay, yeah, they've added quite a bit. What do we got? So they got the Scott Pilgrim, all right. I think Charlotte's Web was like the Western theme set. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, this was their Western themed one. Got the little Charlotte over here. Isn't that cool? You got Angelo. Oh, they added the Angelo here. I don't remember being here last time. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, I mean, think of how much thought and love had to go into making something like this. Like, they got all of the little details right. I love it. I absolutely love it. And this is honestly like one of the only, kind of a surprise, one of the only Western themed areas that I've seen. Most of the Western stuff, you'd have to go actually out into the world and go to Shalani. What else do we have here? Andy's room. Go from Andy's room to Buffalo Bill's house. There you go. That's kind of wild. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Yeah, so you got Andy's room. Play around a little bit with some of it. I like this one too because I remember right, he hides a lot of stuff, or whoever the owner of this is. They hide a lot of stuff in the background of some of these places. Let's take a look. Where is the let's take a look at I like this is when I knew that I liked it, is that they put a How to Steal a Million set in here with Audrey Hepburn. There's a lot of people that have never heard of this movie, even though it's an Audrey Hepburn movie. And yeah, they put in a How to Steal a Million set. That's how I knew that I was gonna like this set quite a bit. Yeah, they did just an excellent job with it. I love it a lot. What else do we have? You got to check out the Indy Jones set. And the music and everything. Oh, I love it. I love it. Look at that. Perfect. A+. Brilliant. There we go. I probably should have been doing that for more of these, but you know what? I'm giving them some stream time, so that's fine. Let's check out the Cave of Wonders. Let's check out where Genie's home. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like they wanted to do a lot more with this one too, but they couldn't figure out how to get gold up the walls, right? Seeds of the Sacred Tree. Oh, Avatar. Okay. Check out Scott Pilgrim. Very nice. Very nice. Doing what they can with the space that they're given. Wonderful. I wonder, you know, they could probably, now that we've got some stuff from the moon, they could probably make like an actual DJ set now. I can't remember if that was something that was added in. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I don't know if that was something that was added in with the Loporits, with the Allied Society quest, or if we've got them now with the moon. But I feel like they have added like an actual neon DJ set. Be kind of cool. Which Beauty and the Beast is this? Is this the chamber? Yeah, this is the Grand Chamber. I love it. I love it. This is this is why I think so many people still just kind of keep coming back to FF14, because it just gives you so much that you can do with what's in the game. Like there's just so much love put into it. You can really just get kind of creative. I love it. And get up here. When you can't say they didn't nail it. You can't say they didn't nail it. All right. Put me back in the hole. Back in the hole. Oh, not the lotion. Not the lotion again. What was the overlook? I don't remember the overlook last time. Oh, I remember the overlook last time. They have changed the wallpaper. They have changed it a little bit. How's that? Can't remember. No, you can't go back. I can't remember if he put the pig in here or not. I thought for a second maybe they did, but no, it's just the twins. Come play with us. Wait, do we have? Oh, we don't have the tricycle. That's okay. Or Curlbane, I like that. Moulin Rouge. I've never seen Moulin Rouge. I hate musicals, so you know. I definitely hate musicals that try making modern songs musicals. Just play the song, you know? You don't have to like over sing it. Truth is Out There. X-Files. Or they're going to try remaking it. I don't know how I feel about that. Very creative. I'm curious how they got just the single beam. I don't know if that's something you can do in the lighting settings. Hmm. 'Cause, 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 Yeah, mine won't be quite this themed. I don't want to go based on, I like that. I don't want to base it like off of like straight up movies. But I appreciate that this exists. And I have come here a few times just for like some fun stuff to show people or just to take a few shots. Yeah. And there's a lot of people getting used out of the dance styles now that those are in the game. I'm glad that they finally added it in. All right. But that being said, here you have it. MGM Studios. Go check it out. But yeah, that's kind of gives you an idea of why I want to make a G-Post studio. It's just a matter of winning the FC house and getting to work on it. But yeah, I'll be definitely playing a lot more than I have been lately. It's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of work, and I am not the best when it comes to building things. So, you know, there's that to worry about too. But yeah. But that being said, you know, I just want to, you know, hang out, being on a Monday night and talk Magic, because yeah, the Magic stuff. I'm so pumped for it. We're gonna get, you know, reveals pretty much every day for the next couple of weeks. So I'm ready. I'm super ready. I am very curious what's gonna go into the main set. But yeah, I really just wanted an excuse to start streaming and talk about the Commander deck reveals from today. So yeah. But yeah, you know, go check out some of these studios, give them some love. We will be back throughout the week. We're going to be doing, you know, some more Expedition 33, some more FF9. We'll do something kind of offbeat at some point through in the middle of all of this. Maybe guitar, maybe something else, maybe another casual, just kind of like chatting stream like this. I do want to get some more work done on the live 2D updates. So yeah, we might do a stream while I'm working on that. It shouldn't take too long, but I gotta look at a couple more YouTube videos before I like do a stream of it. I'm not gonna be that YouTuber that just does react content, making money off of other people's content. Like, that's not me, man. Like, that's not how I do things. So I need to look at some of these tutorials and get all of that stuff figured out, and then we can maybe do a stream of me working on some stuff. But that being said, you know, I hope everyone has a good start to your week. You know, it's a Monday. It's very chill. Spring is here. You know, get out, enjoy it where you can. You're in the middle of the storms, be safe. But that being said, yeah, we got a lot of Final Fantasy coming up over the next month and a half. So, you know, be ready for it. I'm excited for it. I hope you are too. But that being said, I hope everyone has a good night. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.